Literally is no pressure. I'm your host, Bangem Bugg, and we got a special guest.
Capriccio Da Don.
So he didn't damn near fell asleep over there. So hopefully he can wake on up. So I guess we're gonna start off. So do you agree to have this interview uploaded on all my social media platforms?
Sure.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna start it off. So tell the people where you originally from.
Clarkston, Georgia.
And so did you grow up with both of your parents?
Yeah, I did.
And like I guess what's your relationship like with your dad? Like y'all good or y'all talk or
Yeah, he's been a decent figure in my life.
okay.
Yeah.
So give me something I guess traumatic that might have happened when like you was like under 18 years old.
At best, I can say parents divorced, but over time, I just checked it up as none of my business personally, and just got over it.
Okay, and I got some I got like stuff I'm gonna say and I want you to finish. So I wasted time, and I want you to finish the rest. Like, what's something you wasted time? I wasted time doing.
Uh, I say I wasted time. I guess reinventing the wheel on a lot of things. Like it's certain things that I felt I just had to be a master of, and I stress out because it's not enough hours in the day for me to master all the things that I want to master. But at the end of the day, I still have so many trades under my belt, so that's something that I had to actually learn to appreciate.
Okay, and what would you say your worst breakup and like what made it so bad?
My worst breakup.
Yeah.
My worst breakup. I can't honestly say about worst breakup ever or with anything because either I fuck with you hard enough and you fuck with me hard enough to where it's probably not even a question if we still kicking it or not. Or I never really grew any attachment to the people to begin with, so I can't really say anything about worst breakup. I already see it coming before it happens.
Okay, so it's not a big deal, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's a quote? Well, it's a quote I seen. It say, "If you don't let your past die, it won't let you live." And give me an example of something you could say that about.
Honestly, that one strikes a lot, real close to home because over the past few years, I lost a lot of people close to me, and I don't personally feel like I ever had enough time to properly grieve over it, either one of them. But at the same time, if I actually sit down and take the time to grieve over these people, I'll be wasting time that they would want to see me used to be productive. So that'd be a spit on their name and their face card.
Okay, what would you say like one of your worst industry experiences has been like with the producer doing open mics or what would you say? What?
My worst experience, honestly, when I actually started out networking in this avenue of business, it was a lot of indirect communication, sink or swim type shit. Like either you get it or you don't. You know what I mean? And then when you show up and you don't have all the information, you get the whole runaround. Like, oh my bad, we're this, that, third, well let us know this and we can compensate. Or well, oh, as an artist you should have known better, this, that, and third. Like, are you serious about your craft or whatever? But as I said, over time you just realize that's part of the game. You know the basis of what you need for most interactions. So if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Okay. A mistake that worked out in the end.
Mistake that worked out in the end. Honestly, mistake that worked out in the end. That's a tough one. I gotta think about that. Cause I'm not saying there's none, but just to pinpoint them is kind of hard right now. But I'd say, honestly, I don't know because by the time it worked out, I don't even recognize it as a mistake anymore. So I can't even pinpoint anything right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you say like one of your favorite quotes like from your favorite rapper?
Favorite quote from a favorite rapper?
Yeah.
They'll never take me alive. Tupac.
Oh, so you been out here beefing like that, like
Nah,
it'll never take me alive.
nah, not even. It's just on any subject matter. Like you gotta be real with yourself before you deal with anything at all, and like whether it be on street business, in politics, or anything in general, music as well. So like that's when, and the last interview I heard us talking about independent versus label. Come on, it's sharks out here. So if you ain't in tune to all of that stuff right there, they gonna literally eat you alive. So like I said, if you ain't moving right, you ain't signing the right paperwork, you ain't talking to the right people, hey, you playing yourself before you even get a chance to be a part of the game.
Okay. How do you deal with somebody like a person who might like throw shades, but they throw shade, but they try to make it seem like they joking with you, and they do it like too much. You think that's like some hater shit, or like what do you do about it?
Honestly, I recognize the person character for who they are, and I deal with them accordingly. If it's necessary to and possible to separate ties from them, I do that. If it's some chess, not checkers type shit, hey, quiet as kept, games be sold. Anything else, like, I'm just a human being. I peep game, shoot, I might respond to it, I might not.
Okay. Is there ever a good reason to like ever like switch up on the person?
Honestly, nah. They're plenty justifiable reason, but none of them are good at the end of the day.
So give me somebody who might have switched up on you, and like what? Why do you think they did it?
Somebody might have switched up on me. Honestly, shit. I can't even speak on that level right now, honestly. It's just on some cold and honest type shit. I can't even speak on no shit like that right
Okay. Okay. The only reason, a time where the only reason you stopped lying because they found out the truth.
now. I don't really start lying till they find out the truth.
Yeah, like you might be lying to a female, like you not cheating, then she find out.
Only time I can say about that is I remember when I was younger, I had borrowed my brother's car one time, went out with a friend, and I mean, supposed to be making business moves, but ended up being a joyriding experience. Ice on the roads, inclement weather, ended up sliding in traffic, the fender bender, ended up being a hit and run. Get back, he asked about the car. I said, hey, there's a kid got ran into the car with a bike, whatever. I mean, I just ran on the ground, nothing never came back, anything. But then, bro just sat there thinking one day, he just looked there, he just hit me with a fish like, man, it's kind of big. I said, look, man, I wish, boy, it was snowing outside, hey, slid to the right, boom. I can't even get hide no more. He like, hey, I don't appreciate that, but I understand why you lying. But I guess that can go back to your last question about the whole switching up part. But I said, but I understood. It was justified why I lied, but it wasn't no good reason to lie in that scenario.
So something you tried to keep private, but it ended up this shit kind of threw me off. I'm trying to do this shit. Okay, something you tried to keep private, but everybody like found out about it.
Hey, I just said that right there in the last one.
The biggest liar I ever met, and like, what's one of the lies they told to you?
Biggest lie I ever made. Honestly, trust no man, for he will surely deceive you. That's what they say in the Bible, right? So if I take them words and hold them true and hold myself accountable, I have to call myself the biggest liar. Because anybody who ever lied to my face and got away with it, shoot, I let them go. I told myself that everything gonna be alright. This person is keeping it real with me. This person is trustworthy. But at the end of the day, this person snaked me. And whose fault is it at that point? It's mine, because I seen all the signs. I caught the vibe, but I wanted to be the kind-hearted, good person, trusting, loving individual, hoping that respect is to be respected. But hey, everybody don't see everything the same way, so I lied to myself on it.
Okay, the last time you had to break a promise to somebody.
The last time I had to break a promise. That's deep, because the only answer I can come up with is it's a promise that I did not break. It just wasn't fulfilled. So I really don't even want to go too much deep into that one, because that's a very touching subject right
Okay, is it healthy to love somebody more than you love yourself?
Is it healthy to love someone more than you love yourself?
Like a child or somebody you date?
Now, emotionally, yes, but actively, it's impossible.
How you mean? What's it mean?
See, it's plenty of people that come in your life, plenty of people that add purpose to your life, plenty of people that motivate you, give you drive and reason to do the things that you do. And sometimes you ain't your greatest motivator. So yeah, it's possible to have an emotional attachment to someone stronger than you have with yourself. But at the same time, on the active part of loving, you got to do for yourself before anyone do for you, or before you can do for anybody else.
Okay, what's the best and worst excuse you done gave a girl? The best and worst excuse you gave a girl, like when you was cheating. Like, you know how some girls, you'll hit them up and they be like, they'll wait till the next day and be like, oh, I was asleep, knowing they was up fucking. So, like, what's an excuse you made or gave, like, somebody, like, when you was, like, cheating or, like, out there fucking up, like, when you was with somebody?
Best excuse is the worst excuse. It's none of your business.
It's like, fuck it. Bitch, you don't need to know. I ain't telling you shit. Don't worry about
I
it.
mean, if I told you and I don't go any further, it's none of your business. If I never told you, none of your business. So, at most, hey, I don't see any rings on these fingers.
Okay. So, as far as like your the new music you got, like give me a song that you wrote that is like it means a lot to you.
The song that I wrote that means a lot to me. It would honestly be my debut song from the beginning of my performance thing, and that would be Dear Diary, because that is the part where, like I said in your earlier question, I had to confront myself, be the guard to myself, and it had happened at such a time in my life where like I had just lost my grandmother, as I'm really just stepping into actually actively working on the music scene, and I'm like, after all these years, I've been working, struggling, grinding, hustling, whatever, and I finally get to the point, not even where I want to be, literally just the start of that journey. And I lose one of my most influential people in my life. Like, me and my grandma, we had a deep bond. Like, it was like too much for words. Like, we barely spoke, but it was so much information exchanged within every experience that we had. And I can tell you like one person that could even say anything about me without getting whiplash from my grandma. And like, man, when I lost her, it just like, I remember I was at one of my partner house. We was getting inebriated, right? And I got a phone from my mom. Phone call from my mom. She said, I just answered the phone like, hello? It was dead silent for a second. And I had already knew at that moment what was going on. So she had finally said, grandma, she get paid. I was dead silent. She said, no. I said, I heard you. I'll talk to you later. I dropped the blunt, I dropped the bottle. I went straight out the door to the balcony, sat on the bench and just cried my eye. My folk came outside and they like, what's wrong? I'm not just there. And honestly, that was the last time I had spoke that day to anybody. Next day, I called up JP Engineer and I said, you got some time today? He said, come on through. I went up there with my partner and shit. Yeah, I said play some beats. As soon as I heard the beat, I said that's one. I went in the studio. I went in the booth. Man, I know y'all done seen Notorious. It was juicy all over again. I let everything out on the mic. No pen, no pad. Goddamn, at best you could say, I took breath. Other than that, everything was one take. I dropped some bars. Hold up. Pause. Time out. Keep going. Boom. One take. I stepped at that booth. JG said, was that a freestyle? I said, yeah, why? He said, damn, bro, I might need you to freestyle more often when you come over here. I was like, I don't even know what to say to that, man. I just had some shit on my chest. I had to let that shit out.
So give me like some good game your grandma might have told you about. Maybe I don't know, was she told you some good game about women, and may have told you some good game about just life in itself.
niggas ain't shit. The bitches ain't either. My grandma never spoke a goddamn in a unrespectable way ever. But when it came to some fuckery goddamn going on, she made sure those words were heard loud and clear. Niggas ain't shit and bitches ain't either. Other than that, I don't think I ever heard my grandma swear. You can ask any other family members about that, but me personally, I ain't never heard it. That's all I ever heard.
I guess okay. As far as like, what's some game that you might have learned that you can tell a new artist who might be trying to get out on the scene and try to make a name for yourself, like some advice you would give?
No matter what you do, or what decision you make, how you choose to play the game, don't lose yourself. Don't lose who you are. There's going to be plenty of obstacles, many headed antagonists, all kind of circumstances and situations to distract you from your purpose and your grind and your hustle. And shoot, they might succeed, but at the end of the day, don't let them take you from who you is. Even if most people gonna try to avoid this part, I'm gonna tell you, even if it breaks you down, deal with it, because people only break you down for one or two reasons.
Right.
Well, matter of fact, they only break it down for one reason, which is gonna breed two results. One or two results. The reason they break you down is to see what the fuck you made of. Now, what are the two results that's gonna come out of them seeing what you made of? Either they're gonna rebuild you, remodify and better, or they're gonna take the materials that you're made of to try and do something better than you. Which means at that point, you gotta rebuild yourself and remodify yourself. So with that being said, that means they just stole your essence, right? They took something that they never created, which means that if you created that, you can create more. What you tripping over that loss for? Learn a lesson to take your next investment. Hey, the game has to be sold and not told. Some people would rather rob than pay.
Yeah, it was a video on there. It was a guy saying it's basically dumb to work for money when you can just rob. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh man, I'm so conflicted in emotion when I hear something like that, because honestly, hey, he ain't spoke nothing but the truth. Morally, hey, you gotta understand, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. A man who don't work don't eat. So what I mean, if that's the way you choose to live your life, you gotta understand there's rules, regulations, and consequences that come with that shit. And if you ain't willing to deal with the rules, regulations, and consequences that come with that shit, you better off to be a working man.
I think that's insane to think like that, and I feel like whether you 13 or 113, nigga, if I catch you in my house you trying to steal my shit, I'm gonna kill you. I don't give a fuck how old you is, so I don't believe in that.
The consequences.
I don't believe in that jack boy shit, man. Niggas be out here working hard, 60, 70 hours a week to get what I got, and you think you can take my shit?
Yeah.
Nah, life ain't going like that, bro. As a matter of fact, Mike Tyson got a story where he was breaking in. He said he broke in with somebody's house with another guy. And he said the guy got shot in his face, and he said he went in another house that same night. So these people just crazy out here, man. Like that would have been enough to traumatize me to stop doing that shit. But I bet not catch you on my shit. You getting it? Okay. I hate to see this person calling, and I love to see this person calling. Give me the names and why.
Honestly, I hate to see anybody call them, because I'm really predominantly an antisocial introvert. But I love to see everybody call him because I'm a businessman extrovert. So like I want my alone time, I want my space, I want my privacy, I don't want to deal with nobody, I want to be a recluse, a hermit, whatever the hell you want to call it. But then on the other end, hey, in 48 hours of power, they say don't put a fortress around yourself for whatever reason, whether it be to limit your finances or limit your ammunition. Don't build a fortress around yourself. So other than that, the shit just boring. So you gotta get back out in the world. You gotta be active. In order to have any type of entertainment, you have to interact with people. So there go my extroverted side. Hey, love interacting with people. Draw got down you to be tired at the end of the day, and now you want your alone time. But hey, sound like perfectly normal human to me.
My thoughts on that basically is like maybe like 30% of my time I like to be around people. For the most part, though, I like to just be by myself, like just vibing and kicking. You feel me? So I ain't no people person like that neither. But I can be, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's about it for real. I guess tell me about your merch. If you got a new album coming out, artists you might want to work with, girls you want to smash in the industry, let us know what's up.
Man, all of that stuff I literally gotta keep under the table, but being a nigga, and I know everybody watching this, and like he gotta respond to that shit. Hey, Lotto and Doja Cat, man, I'm sorry. Other than that, I can't say nothing else to any other stuff because I got too much sensitive information.
Lotto one of them chicks, like, it's a lot of chicks that look like her. Like, I wouldn't necessarily, like, go for her because it's a lot of big, light-skinned bitches. So, I mean, it's a lot of bitches who look like this.
I mean, you're right. And I thought that the first two, but then I thought about it. It's her prestige. She got a very strong prestige. And that's as much as I can say about that, because, like, I'm listening to the song that she dropped. I'm like, all right, baby girl saying this, saying that. All right, more girls talk about the same stuff. Okay, she a little bit more lyrical with it. Okay, goddamn, she really got a little bit more conviction in her words. Like, she really about the shit she talking about. I said, okay, she got a very strong prestige. And then Doja Cat, on the other hand, I remember.
I need to look her up. I can't even think of what she looked like.
Which one?
Doja Cat.
Oh man, that's the funny part about it because I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard of her, it was with her debut that "Move, Bitch I'm a Cow, Bitch I'm a Cow," right? I'm like, man, this girl fine as hell, but she's a straight gimmick rap. I can't get into it.
Okay.
Then next thing no, I'm like, I'm hearing one song, got it on the radio, and I said, yeah, Doja Cat, like, Doja Cat, good. Okay, she got another song. All right, this girl really just made a whole 360 off of a gimmick song. A whole 360. I like, bruh. And like I was just saying about Lotto with content and everything. Now with Doja Cat, she is the true definition of an artist when it comes down to the female side. I mean, from the visuals down to the vocals, down to everything that she put into her project. She is the true definition of a female artist. And I can't say that about every girl in the industry. Not even Hot Topics.
I see her. I mean, what you give her face? Or like, what you think bad of her face or her body?
Man, that's a fucking question.
I'm not really saying what you saying.
I definitely give a face a high 7. I mean, but the body is what I'm looking at.
Oh, I'm not saying this. I couldn't say she. It was another chick who I heard was bad, and I looked up. I was like, I'm trying to think her name. I can't think of her right now. I'm blanking on her shit, but what was her name? Riley or
I ain't heard of them. But I'm over here tripping on my song. I don't want to name drop nobody that ain't who you talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of, but I looked up like her body straight, but I ain't really see it like that. Like it's like when I be seeing females that's cute, it's like
Yeah.
that's a lot of bitches look like that. That's how I be thinking. Like why is this bitch you talking about she like a 10 or something? It's like a lot of motherfuckers who look like she's just kind of like average looking. She's just in the industry. That's what I be seeing most of the time.
I don't know. I like I said, I do the overall because the shit you talking about the shallow part. Oh yeah, goddamn, I can do that too. I'm a man. It's easy, know what I mean? But shoot, come on, I'm a man of business. That thirst shit, goddamn, is boring.
Okay, so yeah, you said you keeping all that under the table, your merch and the album you got coming out.
Yeah, pretty much all that shit, goddamn. Cause I'm literally fighting with a whole lot of what you call pressing and release dates and all that shit. So I want to make sure I'm a paperwork straight before I even tell anybody, look, I got this snippet, or yeah, I got this dropping. At best, if you looking for anything of that for relevant, you can tune in my SoundCloud. So anything that, I mean, like I said, I make sure I do the paperwork on me, but anything that I'm like not really pushing for or I've been holding on for too long or something, I give it to the fans on SoundCloud or whatever. So you just keep up with me on that for the relevance. Everything else, I'm hush on.
Okay. So man, I appreciate you coming through. You know what I'm saying? And I guess y'all, we gonna see y'all next week, man. And appreciate it, bro.
No doubt.
Some motherfuckers, I book them and they be like, hey, I'll be through. They don't show up and all that goofy shit. But appreciate you. And I guess I'll see y'all next week, man. And we out.